If you're a girl above the age of 25, you've probably heard of the term Saturn return. And if you haven't, do you live under a rock? Well, anyway, what the fuck is it? When the fuck is it? And what the fuck does it mean for you? First of all, before we jump into this video, it's probably a good idea to find out when your Saturn return is actually taking place. Whether you have it coming up, you're in it right now, or you've already been through it. So just go into Google, type in Saturn return calculator, click on the top link. I think it's AstroSeek, that's the one I use anyway. So it'll take you to a page and you just need to put in your name, your birthday, the place you was born, and it also asks you for the time you was born. If you know it, put it in. If you don't, I don't think it makes that much of a difference, but go ahead and click calculate. Your first Saturn return will usually happen between the ages of 27 to 31, and it lasts for about 3 years when Saturn sits back in the sign that it was at the time you was born. Now, once you've put in your details on the Saturn return calculator, you'll either have one date or 3 dates. These dates might be your major transformative dates throughout this period. If you're watching this and you've been through them already, it's quite a cool idea to go back through your camera roll and see what you was doing, where you were in life at the times around these dates, and see if you can remember if you was going through anything tough, or you was making some big decisions, or you had some big moves to make. If they're still to come, pop them in your calendar so you can stay aware of when these things might be happening. It's just cool to see. So these dates are when the planet Saturn sits exactly back in the place in the sky that it was when you were born. Now, the reason some of us will have 3 dates is because of a retrograde. Now, a retrograde, for those of you that don't know, is when a planet appears to be moving backwards in the sky from where we view it on Earth. Wait, does that make sense? I'm gonna Google it, one sec. Okay, so retrograde refers to the apparent backwards movement of a planet across the sky as observed from Earth. Okay, so to break it down for you, Saturn starts here at the time you was born. So then it takes 29 years for Saturn to move back round to this exact point. It will continue moving, but then if it hits a retrograde, it will then come back, hit that point again, that will be your second date, move backwards past it, and then it will go forward grade again, come back, hit that point again, that will be your third date, and then it will continue to move around 29 years out of your sign. Does that make sense? Okay, so now that the science bit is out the way, what does it actually mean? If you have heard of a Saturn return before, you've probably heard about everyone saying that it's this really tough, scary time, like shit's falling apart because I'm in my Saturn return, like, oh my God, my Saturn return's coming up. But actually, this time is a time of big transformation in the best way. To put it simply, this is when you become a woman. Cue Britney. I'm not a girl. It's probably gonna feel like waking up for the first time. Like our prefrontal cortex is fully developed now and we're like, okay, I guess I need to grow up now. I don't think I'll ever grow up. Anyway. You might have heard that a lot of people go through some really tricky, challenging times in this period of their lives. It's the age that a lot of people go through big breakups, move across the country, across the world, big career changes, lifestyle changes, maybe some shakeups in your family life. This is a time in life where you take on more responsibility and face challenges that require you to step up and take control of your lives. In this period as well, it will also involve like a big reevaluation of your life path, and you'll start to form like a deeper understanding of your past self and how it has made you who you are today. Like you'll start to think really deeply about everything you've been through and how that affects you in this day and age. Like, you know, until like you get to really the age 27, you don't really think really deeply about anything. And then all of a sudden, for me, this happened when Saturn comes around, you're like, what's going on? I'm thinking about everything. Yeah, that's Saturn return. Okay, so it doesn't sound that bad, but here is the kicker. Saturn is like your big sister who wants to see you succeed. She will not hold back on telling you what she thinks about your life choices. And she will show you in a cutthroat way, but only because she wants the best for you. If you're not taking control of your life and making moves to be the best version of you that you can possibly be, then Saturn will come in and shine a big fat light on everything that is wrong with your life, and it won't feel nice. For example, career. You hate your job, you go into work every day, you're miserable, you're probably gonna get fired, or you're probably gonna get made redundant, and it's gonna feel like the end of the world at that certain point in your life. But actually, this is just redirection. This is a blessing, because if you never had that kick up the arse, you might not move on to another job or start that new career that you want. You see it as bad in the moment, but actually, this is for the greater good of your life. Relationships. We've all been in one of those relationships where you just know it's not right, but it's easy to stay, or you're too scared to leave. In this time period, it's going to be really hard to ignore those giant red flags. If it's not right, it's probably going to get a lot worse. And again, it's giving you an out. You might find out some horrible news, or they just might get really irritating, and you think, I can't deal with this anymore. Bang. It's giving you a chance to move forward, whether that be making things right in your current relationship or leaving, starting new, moving on. Thank you, Saturn. Again, it will feel hard in the time, but it's perfect. Your living situation. Now, this was me. I knew I needed to grow up and move out, but I just wasn't doing it. So then Saturn came along, took my life and just and forced me to make the moves I needed to make in order to grow up and move out. Like in my Saturn return, I moved twice, and it was really difficult, and it was really sad, and it was really stressful, and I was depressed, but I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful for all of that happening now, because who knows where I might be if Saturn didn't come to like fuck shit up. There are many more areas where Saturn can come in, like family issues, finances, your health, general mental well-being. It's time to face it all and suffer the consequences, but then come out stronger on top. Trust me, I was depressed the first year of my Saturn return. I was so depressed that I thought, like, will I ever sing a song in the car again? Like, will I ever be able to just experience the joy of life again? Or is this just what it feels like to be an adult? Trust me, you'll feel it again. But this is what I mean, but these times are hard. These times are hard. And I guess in a way, you can be like, okay, well, at least you know it's your Saturn return. Like, you can blame it on something and you know it's going to end. That's something that can give you peace if you're going through it right now. It will end and it will be better. Anyway, how do you make it out alive? If you're watching this before your Saturn return, well done, because you can prepare for it. Look at all the main areas of your life. First of all, where are you at now? Secondly, where do you want to be? And then thirdly, how can you take the steps to get there? If you're currently in it, it's not too late to do these things. See what you can do to help yourself, see it through to the other end and come out on top. Like I said, get those main areas of your life down. Where are you now? Where do you want to be? What action can you take to get there? Because then you're in control. Saturn can take a step back and you don't have to worry about any crazy things happening to you if you sort your own life out first. And if you've already been through it, now is a great time to reflect on those years. Like I said at the beginning, maybe look back through your camera roll, see how far you've come, think about some massive changes that you went through in that life. Maybe you do some journaling on it. But I can guarantee you've probably gone through a massive transformation in your Saturn return period, and give yourself a pat on the back. If you stay one step ahead and you do the shit you need to do and you ask yourself the hard questions, you won't be so unprepared when shit gets turned on its head. Rather than seeing everything as bad and like the world being against you, you can just say, thank you to the universe for this opportunity of redirection. You have to remember during this time period, the universe isn't working against you. The universe is working for you. And if you're not going to work for yourself, the universe is going to kick you in the right direction. And you need to stay positive, be thankful for that. Because can you imagine if you didn't bother changing anything and you just lived the same life that you're doing now, and then it got to like 30 years down the line and you were like, oh, why did I not do those things I said I wanted to do? Or why did I not like leave that job? Or why did I, you know, you don't want to be left with those questions. You want to live. How you perceive it will make all the difference in how you deal with it. Listen, I know it's hard. I had multiple mental breakdowns during this period. Like, trust me, I'm crazy. But the good part is, after you've been through it, you have a whole 29 years until Saturn comes back round and sits in that same spot again. And so yes, that does mean you get a second Saturn return. So this Saturn return happens around the age of 58. Keep an eye on your mums, send them this video, because if they're not dealing with their shit, it's the same again. Saturn's gonna come back round and be like, hello, hello. It's actually interesting because my mum has been going through her Saturn return at the same time that I've been going through my Saturn return, and Saturn came back round and did exactly the same thing to her because she was not living her true, authentic, best life. So Saturn was like, all right, if you're not going to do it yourself, you had 29 years to figure all this out. It's time for me to step in, and I'm going to help you, and I'm going to shake things up, and it's not going to be easy, and it's going to be hard, but we're coming out the other end now. Life, honestly, is looking good for her. It's interesting as well because her first Saturn return was when she had me. So maybe ask your mums, like, what happened in that period of their life, because I can guarantee they probably have so many stories of how their life changed dramatically in those 3 years. Maybe they would have got married, a breakup, had a kid, moved house, started a new job, been through something with their family, you know. It's just interesting to ask them just to see what was going on in that time of their life. Just proves to you how transformative this time is. Or even you can ask your friends who are a little bit older, who have already been through their Saturn return, because it's going to be like fresh on their mind. I did this with one of my friends, and we went back through her camera roll and we was looking at all of the dates that her 3 dates were and what was going on in her life at the time. And let me tell you, she's been through it. Like, her whole life literally changed. And I'm not even being dramatic, like her whole life literally changed. It's crazy. But yeah, now she's thriving, so it's fine. Anyway, I hope you're feeling more confident and you've got a bit more knowledge on everything that happens for you in your Saturn return and this time period of your life. I'm pretty sure my Saturn return is almost over. I have a date in my calendar, the 24th of May, which is soon. I don't know where I got that date from, but I'm just gonna go with it. Trust me when I tell you, I am in a much better place than I was 3 years ago. Physically, mentally, everything is better now than it was 3 years ago. And I can come to you and tell you that it was not easy. Like I said, I was depressed, I was low, I've had mental breakdowns. I've not been good up here, but now I'm fine. I'm fine. No, I am. I'm actually okay. But yeah, literally every aspect of my life is better now. But sometimes it takes hitting rock bottom so you can rise like a phoenix. Can you tell I'm reading Zodiac Academy? Girls that read. Good luck to you all, and I hope you come out the other side. Oh. Sorry, my camera just died, and when I refilmed, I lost the audio. So here's some footage of me and my cat, and I just want to say good luck to all of you going through your Saturn returns, and I hope you come out the other end like the shining star that I know you can be. Bye bye.